just like chat and everything.
Absolutely, yeah. I don't mind at all.
So, from your perspective, where would you? Where is the perfect like wood to start? Where would you start?
So I mean, we can kind of do like a clockwise thing. So we can, the way we can do it, we can start at Gundam base.
Okay.
Then we can go over to where the Dragon Ball playable game is, Sport Zero. And from there, if we want, we go to the Ichiban show statues. Then we can go to Mulak.
Okay.
Then we can go to Gundam/Hobby over here. Then there's Ultraman, Tamashii Nations, and then that's a wrap.
Oh, perfect.
But if you don't have to know all those if it's something you think is that is.
No, I mean it's. I like to cover pretty much everything. So I like your idea. So let's
Head on down. All right.
And I had
Okay. Hi, no, I love David.
First time here in Anime Expo, we're enjoying it so much. Yeah, it's like.
last year. I don't know if you've ever seen this stuff about last year.
No.
It was shoulder to shoulder, so it was very hectic.
Kind of like Comic Con, where you more than Comic Con.
So you see that outside down the elevator, every single spot of that was full with a person. There was no space there.
Maybe tomorrow because it's Saturday.
I hope not. This is probably the best I've seen. How it's full, but not as full as it is. Collaboration. See, but that's a good thing. It's breathable because a lot of people complained. There was a lot of photos online saying like, "Oh, it's the same as last year. I'm never gonna go." But people commented, it's actually not. It's actually really nice. You're just capturing at a bad angle. You're just trying to enforce it.
Right, so if you look this way, it doesn't look that crowded. But if you want to go on this way, you know, somewhere TikTok or whatever.
I'm happy you guys are here for a good time.
Yeah, I mean,
Whatever, XM John Smoker 420 is going to be the absolute closest. And they're going to get a million views or whatever. And
Sure. Watch step.
Hey, ¿qué onda? ¿Cómo están? Escuchas de XHITT Radio Tecnológico. Estamos aquí en Anime Expo y con nosotros tenemos a David de Bandai, que es el Marketing Director. Y aquí David nos va a dar un tour por todos los booths de Bandai. No lo sabían, se congregaron, hicieron una compañía masiva. Tamashii Nations, Ultraman, Gundam Break, todos. Se formaron así todos los booths y crearon una sola compañía que es Bandai. Y aquí con nosotros tenemos a David, Marketing. David, hi.
Mis español muy mal. Muy mal.
No, it's good, it's good.
Yeah, no, we're having a great time. We have so many booths here at Anime Expo. Happy to show you around all of them. We have to start at the Gundam base.
Gundam base, yeah.
The Gundam base is incredible. You're gonna watch. We're gonna split the Gundam rooms.
Ya, lo que David nos está diciendo es que Gundam es algo tan grande aquí en el Anime Expo, tanto en Japón también. Fue lo que inició lo que... por favor, vean aquí
The Crocs.
So I was looking over there. So are those the exclusive shoes or Crocs or something?
So they're Crocs. So it's a collaboration between Crocs and Gundam. And so it's some of the staff that don't have enormous, giant, stupid feet like me, they get to wear them. They don't come in my size yet.
She loves Crocs. She likes Crocs. I'm not a Crocs guy. Not yet. Maybe if they, Gundam, Dragon Ball or something.
So my younger son, he wears a lot of Crocs. Like he's got like 5 pairs of Crocs. And so he's super excited. So I have a pair that they got for me, but they're way too small. So they're going to give me a bigger pair because my shoes are 16s. So too long. But yeah, so we're in the middle of the G-Bay, the Gundam base.
Gundam Bay.
Yeah, so Gundam base in Japan, there's a dedicated permanent Gundam store.
Right.
And one of the beautiful things about the Gundam base is they all have life-size Gundam statues outside. So if you go to Japan, you go to Odaiba, they have a unicorn Gundam, a life-size unicorn Gundam. Massive.
Massive. I've seen the picture.
And it transforms into psycho mode or destroy mode. There's one in Shanghai, there's one in Dubai. They all have one-to-one statues. We don't have one in the U.S. yet.
The U.S. soon, maybe.
Hopefully,
Hopefully.
No plan. I mean, we're always hoping, but nothing to announce. So what we do is we take the Gundam base on the road with us. And so right now, this is Gundam base Los Angeles. When we go to San Diego, we go to New York, we'll change the name. And so it allows us to sell these Gundam base kits. So anything with this logo is only available at the physical Gundam base stores. They don't sell them online. They're not on Premium Bandai. You can only get these kits at a physical Gundam base store. And we have so many of the SKUs. It's not just this one. There is over 100.
To choose from, right?
Yeah. So a lot of times you'll see like people with like just boxes, like
Yeah.
like
I mean, I have seen people
boxes.
like with bags full of them.
Yeah, something like right up there. You see well boxing. It's so great. Luckily, they're not super heavy, but they're giant boxes that take the time. But yeah, so this is the biggest Gundam base ever in the Western Hemisphere.
Okay.
It's dwarfed only by actual Japan's Gundam base. And so yeah, hopefully one day, fingers crossed, we'll have one, maybe even more Gundam bases.
Hopefully.
Fingers crossed, man. United States is a big country.
It is, yes, it
Japan,
is.
they're small. They got one. We should maybe get like 10. Be like McDonald's, smell like every corner.
Right.
We'll have to keep recycling mobile suits. But yeah, so we have a lot of good products here. The real big exclusive drivers, like I mentioned, are those Gundam base exclusives that you can only get at Gundam bases. We also have a lot of like really hard to find items that people have been looking for. One of the ones I'm really excited about is like the SD, like the Master Grade SD Barbados. So Master Grades are, kind of like a lot of people's preferred sizing for Gundam model kits. And so we thought it'd be cute to make like the SD, which is super
I love the
like
detail on each figure. I mean, this looks like it's glow in the dark. It looks like flares, and it looks amazing. And I mean, like I said, I love the art. I appreciate the artist. So, how long does it take for like a product like this to get into the market? Like from modeling, from designing and everything. How long does it take?
So it's going to depend on. So we have the model kits range in size, and so they start out at like the SD and the entry grade and the high grades. Those are like your less complex, but more easy to put together, more entry level, more affordable model kits. Those don't take as long as something like our perfect grade model kits, which are just enormous, and just the engineering on them are next. Like no one's making model kits like Bandai's making model kits. So it really depends. So we work closely with Sunrise, with Bandai Filmworks to try to get the model kits out in timing with the show. So
pretty much depends on the
size. So Winter Mercury was the last big show for Gundam. So we had model kits available when the show aired, and so but that process starts as soon as we start seeing sketches of like here's what the next mobile suit's going to look like. We already are starting to like visualize like what kind of armature, what kind of like shoulders. So the beauty of the mobile suits is you can see they all look just so different, and so it's not like we can just take an RX-78 body and just like change a shoulder or change like a leg or something like that. They all have similar characteristics, but they're all just so different and so unique that each one is their own little thing of art. And what Bandai does that's so amazing is no paint required, no glue required, and the sprues are injection molded, and we can do multiple colors in one go. So instead of printing a white sprue and a yellow sprue and a blue sprue, we can actually put 4 colors onto one sprue. We're the only company that does it. And so it's just amazing.
That's what I like about Gundam, that they like to mix the colors and they like to play with the colors. I mean, you have your original one and everything, but when they mix it, when they try to play with the colors, and like right now you can see here in the gold one. I mean, who would think about gold one? So this one white with turquoise and everything. But I mean, I will always be OG, original for me. But I mean, every time I see them on display, I'm like, yeah, I like this color. I mean, this is really cool.
Yeah, I'm definitely with you. I'm an OG RX-78 guy, but I love Barbados because so many of them have laser swords, so many of them have blast rifles, bazookas. So Barbados, he's got a mace, like he's got this big old mace. To where yeah, if I cut you with a blade sword, I might cut your arm off. If I hit you in the chest with a mace, it's just gonna cave you all in. And I like the brutality of it. To where Gundam, there's a lot of like elegance. It's almost like Jedi. It's an elegant weapon. To where something like that, you know, yeah, I just love it all to death. But yeah, so this is the G-Base. You can see it's huge. We have a lot of merchandise we can't get anywhere. So we talked about like the perfect grade. So you know, so we have the small ones. So these are this is the perfect grade, and so that's kind of like, you know, the final level. And you can see it comes in the giant box.
Yeah, this is a giant box, and you will, when you model it and you build it, you will get this pretty much.
Yeah, so the beauty of it is all of your model kits that you build will come out like they came right off the factory floor in Gundam World.
Okay.
So,
that's right.
But then what it is there's so many ultra talented builders who don't want a factory fresh unicorn Gundam. They want a unicorn Gundam that's, you know, been in some battles, seen some action, battle over damage.
They like to play with the kids and everything. Hey, battle damage, I will do this, I will do that, right?
Or they'll like, you know what, I don't like white and red, I'm going to make it a different color. And they'll take a ton of time and they'll sand it down, and they'll airbrush it, they'll paint it. And they're true artists, you know, the people that can do. I don't possess that skill. All of my Gundams are like during peacetime. Like none of them have ever been in a battle. Like it's all like
the factory,
all out of the factory.
Display only.
To where once you start going like hardcore Gunpla builders, like their stuff, I mean, it's amazing. Like it looks great like this, but then they just take it to that next level and they use new means. And I'm just always fascinated with what someone can do because it's a skill I don't possess. It's kind of like when you see someone play like a piano with like a high level, and you're like, you see their fingers moving so fast.
It depends on each people. I mean, everybody's different. They possess the skill to build it. Like they are meticulous doing this and that, and I mean, it depends on everybody.
Yeah, or they're you know, they're filing down their nub lines, you know, they're filling in the seams and stuff like that. They're just,
and I mean, it's an art. I mean, they can take like 2 hours, 3 hours of their time, and like they're in their world. They like to build it. I mean, that's what it's cool about the magic of building your own Gundam and everything. And I'm seeing over there that is that like so you have like extra weapons or something if you want to build it more like customized, right?
yeah, absolutely. So if you're X78, you know, want to have different weapons. You know, they have different weapon kits. You know, they have like, if you don't want your RX-78 or Gundam standing, we have action bases that you can plug in. You can get, you know, like them in like the air fighting because they're fighting in space.
They're fighting in space, yeah.
So it's cool to get kind of that like I'm floating like kind of vibe and stuff like that. Or there's just, you know, just extra parts if you want to like just do extra things to them. And since it's your Gundam, there are no rules. Your RX-78 does not have to be the one from the show. So if you wanted to have some of the weapons that like maybe like a Zaku will have, if you want to give it like a He-Hawk and
the suit you were talking about, the guns, everything,
yeah, you can do whatever. You can do whatever you want. It's yours. You know, there are no rules.
There are no rules, right?
So much, but you know, so much more than model kits. You know, we have action figures from Tomash Nation, fun little like little tchotchke, you know, the cats, beyond them. Yeah. You know, it really takes to heart. Like, you know, anyone who has a cat knows that if it fits, it sits, you kind of thing. So you know, we have some cats in boxes, and so you know, we got Xeon, we got Betty's, you know, whatever you're into. You know, we got some cats.
I have seen that even people have them charms. They have charms for their phones, or I don't know, their bottles of water. Everything. You can do pretty much everything with Gundam.
Super cool. So, do you want to move on to
sure. Let's go.
the Japanese side? Love when it comes to anime. It's always very special to me. So I'm really excited that the entertainment side, their next big title, one of the next big titles is going to be Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. It's an amazingly interesting game in that at its core it's a fighting game, but it's not just a fighting game. There is a story mode, and what's really, really interesting is kind of like the what if of it all. So, you know, based on, you know, how you play the game, how the game progresses, you can have some of those like dream matches you never thought you could have. So if you want like Tao Pai from like the original Dragon Ball, to fight Jiren from Dragon Ball Super, you know, you can run it through and see how it goes. If all of a sudden you think Gohan's like, you know what, I'm tired of you, Goku, I'm tired of you telling me what to do, Dad, I'm gonna fight you. And we got Goku and Gohan fighting and stuff like that.
That'd be something.
Yeah, so it's really fun. This is the first time it's actually playable to the public. You know, we did internal testing at our building. It's gone to a couple of industry shows, but this is the first time the audience is playing.
remember Dragon Ball Budokai or something like that?
Like
Oh,
Super
I mean,
Famicom, Super
wow,
Nintendo.
like those
Yeah.
were graphics back in the PS2. But seeing this now, I mean, story mode, batting mode, and like you said, you can mix and match and everything. I mean, that looks cool. I mean, yeah. Like,
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. I think it's going to be a big hit. I think people are really going to like it. You know, it's kind of like the ultimate treat for any Dragon Ball fans. You know, we won't have those conversations who would win a fight, blank and blank. And now, at least in the Dragon Ball world, we can put it to the test.
nice.
You know, we can see who's going to win.
Who's gonna win, right?
I mean, we got Gogeta over here. We got Goku over here.
Gohan. Right.
You know, roster characters is great. You can choose.
Oh, and I see that you guys have changed the outfits and everything. You can pretty much see Vegeta in their battle damage, or you can see Vegeta in their when he landed on Earth. So yeah.
You can even have it be just base form, Super
Base
Saiyan,
forms.
Super Saiyan 2, whatever you want to do. You know, we got
Goku,
Yamcha, we
Yamcha.
got Future Trunks.
Trunks.
So we're looking to really own this imagination. So
The graphics on this is like wow, like right out of the manga to the PS4 to the PS5, right?
yeah, I feel like they've mastered bringing that anime look to video games. It looks so good. Okay, the next up is Blue Lock. Blue Lock is a sports anime based on soccer, football. It's the perfect time for you to have a moment. We have what's going on. Growing leaps and waves in America. Globally, it's already the most popular sport. But in America, it's really starting to grow. You know, we're a big melting pot in America, so we have a ton of people from South America, from Europe, where football
Soccer is like we have the World Cup coming up, right?
yeah, where soccer, football is life, and now we're bringing it to the masses. So we'll sneak in this way.
Okay.
So Blue Lock, episode Nagi is just hit the theaters last weekend. I saw it. It's really, really good. What's interesting is the first season of Blue Lock follows Isago as the main character, and Nagi is a character in the show, but he's more like a secondary character. And so in the movie, it's his movie, but his movie takes place during the first season. So we see events that we saw in the anime from the main team side. Now we're seeing from this side, and so it's just a real interesting dynamic to see, you know, what this character is, you know, pathway is compared to what we see. So it's real fun. You know, we kind of try to bring the soccer and the pitch turf.
Right. I like how you the photo ops and everything, so the people can interact.
Person ever. Like, he's like, I don't want to play soccer. It seems like a lot of work. It seems like a hassle.
Yeah, he's sad. He's like, I want to play. I don't want to play. Okay.
Oh, to the point to where, you know, his buddy over here. I just got to score 3 goals from this one back, and he's like, bam, bam, bam. And it's just a real fun dynamic between the two of them. And yeah, so if you haven't seen the movie, I won't spoil it, but it's a lot of fun.
Okay, I will get to this second. You see here
of Blue Lock. And so yeah,
yeah, I don't know if down,
a major
right.
for baseball and stuff like that. I like sports in general, so Blue Lock was an easy sell for me. Next up, we have our Bandai Hobby. So this is just everything not Gundam for the Bandai Hobby portfolio. You know, it focuses on some IPs like One Piece, like you have like.
I used to play the playing cards, not anymore. I suck. By the way.
So Yu-Gi-Oh is kind of a new thing to hobby. You know, we have the Blue Eyes White Dragon, Exodia, and just the response has been crazy. Yeah, so I mean, there's so many Yu-Gi-Oh fans out there, and they just eat it up, and they can't get enough. For One Piece, we do this great thing. We do like all of the small enough to where if you want your own little armada on your desk, it's not going to be overwhelming. And then everyone's kind of got their favorite ship.
Yeah, and I like the painting model where you can pretty much do whatever you can, right? Exactly, yeah.
So it's going to come out of the box looking like this, which looks just like it does in the show. But if you want to go that extra step, if you want to ink it, you can see kind of like the shading differences between the assembly and inking. And then, of course, this is a pirate ship. It's seen a lot of action. It's been broken and fixed and put back together so many times.
Where's the cannon? Everything, right?
Yeah, exactly. So you can see kind of like, especially like in the sails, you can see kind of how they've like weathered the sails, and the boat itself is shiny, you know, to where it really is a great representation of how it comes, and then what you can do if you want to take your time and do it. Again, all of my models, they're fresh off the factory floor. I don't have the talent that some of these people that do.
Some of us like to just fresh out of the box and like put it on our display and everything. I mean, maybe we'll do a little bit of touching there and that's it.
Yeah. I get excited if it looks like it's supposed to look. I'm like, oh, right. I did it. I follow the directions, and that's what's great about Bandai Hobby Kits is that the instructions are bright. They're in color. They have pictures. And have you ever built a model kit from Bandai before?
Never.
Oh, well,
that's a shame for me because I have never done one of it. I've always been. I always wanted to do it at Comic Con, but never the time because we're going from one point to another one. But I mean, I would love definitely to get one.
What are you into? Let's grab a model kit.
Honestly, I'm into Gundam, so yeah, maybe some.
All right, we'll find you a Gundam kit.
Okay.
It'll be on me.
Oh,
and so
I mean,
it's one of those the first hits free type thing. If you're around today at 3 o'clock, we're going to be doing a Gundam Model Builders Workshop. It's a free model kit to build. You get to take and keep it home. You know, it's just kind of a fun, like, it'll be like 200 of you building model kits together. It's a lot of fun. My favorite new model kits now, though, are the Planosauruses, which are the dinosaur kits.
We were looking at those.
I'm a dinosaur kid.
I'm a dinosaur.
I love them. What's really cool is you can display them 3 ways. You can display them like a normal dinosaur would be, you know, back in whatever era you're in.
Yes.
Or if you want, you can see how they have the bones. You can do it like it would seen in a museum where it's just a fossil. Or what I think is the best way is kind of like this cutout mode to where, you know, you can see what's underneath, you can see the skeleton and the muscles, but it's kind of like a pop out to where the skin is still there.
I love the details on each model. Like, I can say that, for example, the Triceratops, the 3 horns, compared to the Tyrannosaurus, everything, the Stegosaurus, everything, it looks amazing.
Yeah. So I really love these kits, and you know, STEM and education is obviously science education.
I wish we could have this back in the day.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Go back in time and get all the cool stuff.
Oh, and you have your cutting tools here, your basic model kit for everything to start out your own model company and everything, huh?
Yeah, and what's great is Bandai has, you know, they're constantly evolving their model kits. And so like model kits now versus 5 years ago, they don't even compare. Like they've really increased like, you know, the efficiency of like the joint.
Efficiency, right.
And things like that to where you can get some really amazing like detail and stuff like that on it. So it's just kind of
yes.
I know, yeah, that's
I'm sure that's
so next up is Tamashii Nation.
Tamashii Nation.
Here is
Doing big. I think what it blows my mind is the
collaborations with our R&D and our designers working directly with studios, really trying to get early access to things, so that we can release the figure along with the anime so that you love it and stuff like that. One of the real fun things is the ramen set. So we will be selling that, and so it's cool. You either get from behind, or if you want, you can flip it around and you can see them like eating from the front. So it's really however your display wants to go.
Yeah, you can play with it. I mean, the dioramas and everything.
Yeah, so Naruto, we did Naruto years ago. The line kind of went away for a hot minute, but it's back with a vengeance. We're well into like the double digits on figures. So many different versions of Naruto, because like Goku, we changed a lot. So we have just a lot of fun stuff.
Demon Slayer is a big thing right
Demon
now.
Slayer, yeah. And so for Demon Slayer, we have 3 different lines. So these are the figure arts minis. These are just cute little kind of chibi things to put on your desk. They have some articulation, but they're mostly a static figure.
Right.
And then we have figure art zeros, which are like statues. So like this is a figure art zero for here by Luffy. This one is much larger than most of them because in the anime. So we have a lot of fun with that. And then later on, I'll show you we finally have SH figure arts for Demon Slayer. It was something that we just recently had.
The red eyes and the blue eyes. Wow.
Yeah.
Look at the detail on that. Now and the tear and everything.
Yeah, and so for like things that have been around for a long time, like Yu-Gi-Oh's been around a long time, fans have been waiting for this for such a long time. We want to make sure that we don't let them down, and so a lot of extra time and care goes into making these because we know what the expectation is. We don't want to let anybody down.
Who would have guessed that from having their own car, now we can have it on display?
That's right.
Or in a house or something, right?
Or if you're like, so AJ on our team, he's a big car player. He's got his 3 cars. You need 3 of them. So he's like, oh man, do I have to buy 3 of these? And I'm like, I don't know, I hope not. One's enough. And so over here is kind of, you can see kind of like the different like facial expressions from Luffy. So one of the things they're doing with the Luffy figure is Luffy will come with all of his accessories and a lot of faces and stuff like that. But then as you get the line, when you get Zoro, it comes with the shock face. When you get Sanji, it comes with the drooling face, and so on and so forth. So you can just really kind of continue to build on your base Luffy face.
I like the drooling face. That's me when I go eat ramen or something, right? You're like getting some food, right? Hungry, yeah.
Today was accurate color transcription along curved lines, ideal for raised or lower areas of a figure. In total, over 1,000 processes.
Super proud that we finally have. We've had toy for a long time. We've had new statues for a long time. This is the first time we're actually making a Tamashii SH figure arts for Easy Creek.
So it's coming soon.
Yeah, coming soon. They haven't set a date yet, but they had the prototype. They wanted to make sure they were displaying it because this is massive anime, right? And people have been waiting for this figure.
Yes.
So we can finally be like, okay, made it.
We made it.
We can cross it off the list. Which is what's fun. It's always fun when you talk to the community. Once you give them the figure they want, it's like rest on a laurel. It's like, okay, great. Got that. What's next?
Yeah, because you get feedback from your fans. Like so more. Like, what are you doing right now? What would you like to see? Demon Slayer, Godzilla. I have seen Godzilla. You have One Piece and everything, but so yeah, that's the cool part of it, right? So
yeah, we're very active on social. We're very big in community engagement. So yeah, we want to know what they want. We want to make. If they don't want, Kaiju number 8, we don't want to make Kaiju number 8. Luckily, they do want Kaiju number 8, so it works out good for us. But we want to make sure that we're getting them what they want. We talked about Demon Slayer figures. Here we have Nezuko.
sort of amazing. Bleach. That's a big thing. It's getting. I think it's getting a new revamp or something, right? So
yeah. So the 1,000-Year Blood War is the new Bleach, the current Bleach. There was obviously classic Bleach years ago, which we made figures for as well. But the 1,000-Year Blood War is kind of where Bleach is going right now.
Okay.
And then Frieren, it's a classic anime.
Frieren.
Kind of making figures for it. But Tamashii doesn't just make figures; they make it's called Proplica. So it's half prop, half replica. So Demon Slayer is kind of like a real big one because they're all about the swords and stuff like that. So here you can see we have Tengen sword, we have Rengoku sword, we have anyone you would want. We're making swords for them, and so they make an amazing kind of like display because they come with the stands.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's a nice touch.
Yeah, so you get the stands, you get the ones that have sheaths, you have separate stands for the sheath. Inosuke has 2 swords, he gets 2 swords, Tengen 2 swords.
So, for example, how much?
So they range, they're usually between like $100 and $200 depending on the size and the complexity of the weapon, or if like if they need 2 weapons or something like that. So they do range.
That's cool. Which is also a big thing, so
yeah, Chainsaw Man is super popular. We have loves Denji, so just have the same figure, like 3 different poses, but then give you an idea of what it's like. So that one's actually a Tamashii Nation store exclusive. Okay. We have a dedicated permanent store in Times Square, very hard at Times Square, for Tamashii Nations, and that's one of the exclusives.
With the stands, the displays from each Dragon Ball, right? So, or you can buy them separately.
So you buy the stands separately. So Goku comes by himself, and you can purchase the set of stands.
Oh, okay.
SH Figure Arts Ultraman Rising.
I was laughing when I was talking. Oh yeah. Wow.
Yeah, and then a lot of the other ones are the Tamashii store exclusives. These are action figures. They use big cast metal parts, and they just come with 1,000 accessories. You got swords, rifles, everything you want. Everything you could possibly want is on this bed. Right now, the Robot Spirits. It's also an action figure. And they have the actual robot spirits, and then even all the way down to
the Gundam Universe.
The Gundam Universe, which are $25. They're very affordable.
Wow.
They're over 30 different mobile suits have already been in production. So this is for people who don't maybe they want this but they don't want to build it.
Oh, okay.
Your action figure fan like myself, you just
You just want to display it.
Armor Core,
Macross.
Armor Core was a big video game for us last year, so we're making figures for Armor Core, the video game. And then this is just a prototype on display for Starfall, something different. Last 2 things to show you would be Ultraman. Ultraman Rising hit Netflix last month. Doing really well. And so we're leaning really heavily. Ultraman. We have reads every day.
Yeah, we saw Ultraman just
nice.
a few times. Yeah.
Yeah, we got Ultraman. We have Emmy from the movie. Super adorable. She comes here. What's been Ultraman is we have all of our brands make Ultraman doing Ultraman action figures, Metroid. We make everything available. He comes out later this year.
For the PS5.
PS5 and the Switch. They have some really cool stuff. This one's also showing us some of the collabs in like Crocs and you can see some artwork as well. If you were lucky enough to get in on the pre-order for the collector's edition, it comes with the Gundam kit.
Look at those colors.
Yeah, super fun colors. So this is what comes with
Collector's
the collector's edition. It's steelbook. You get a model kit.
It looks like it's for a game.
They tuned me out like a long time ago.
No, I mean, we appreciate it so much, and I mean, Gundam, Ultraman, Dragon Ball, they're big things in Mexico. We appreciate it so much for your time and everything, and showing everything. And any final thoughts on what's gonna be at Comic-Con, maybe? Or
Oh yeah, Comic-Con's gonna be it's gonna be a scene. We're gonna that Tamashii booth that we saw. It's gonna have a lot of amazing reveals that people are gonna be so happy they saw. And we're gonna display a couple things that we've shown online that everyone wants, and we're gonna have it in person. And people are gonna be super excited, especially one very specific replica that the people have been wanting to see that we've released images for. They're gonna be able to see it in person, and they're just gonna be so
I
excited.
wonder what it is.
I wonder.
We'll see it in 2 or 3 weeks.
That's right.
Until the
It's
show.
Comic-Con, yeah.
David, thank you so much. Well, here at Tijuana Estación Radio, estamos aquí, estamos muy felices aquí en el Anime Expo y todo. Le damos muchas gracias a David que se tomó el tiempo de darnos un tour de todas las estaciones, todo Gundam, te digo, Ultraman y Dragon